quarterback.
Oh, there's a goal.
Some football. Things are happening. Lots of things. Free agency is usually a busy time, but this year is a different animal. Where do we even start? Why not with New England? Because that's what the NFL world wants. The Patriots being first in everything. They have lost some pieces in the annual talent train, but they now boast a former member of that legendary Seahawks defense. Michael Bennett is now on board the next veteran train for one last ride at glory. He may even be bringing his brother Martellus back with him too, if the Wii doesn't ruin it. Still no word on Gronk's future either. It doesn't matter if everybody's leaving again, as black magic will happen and the Patriots will win everything in their version of a happy ending. Because fuck life. The rest of the AFC East cringes in disgust at another Super Bowl win for the Pats, but are they doing anything? For Buffalo, they're still in the middle of their rebuild. After the rather puzzling acquisition of Antonio Brown fell through, they went the more modest route of signing a starting center, Cole Beasley, and the timeless wonder of Frank Gore. With Buffalo backs, 35 is the new 24. I can't say the same for Miami, as they fell victim to Fitzception's charm and gave him money. He's like the startup that's failed 5 times, but this time it will work. Enjoy fucking up your own tank by going 5-11. The Jets, though, they have grown weary of being a punchline. They have cap space to burn. It calls for splurging on marquee free agents, a decent wideout option in Jamison Crowder, line helping Kalichi Osemele, and bolstering the linebacker core with a blue-chip CJ Mosley and Anthony Barr. Wait, scratch that last one, he pulled a McDaniels and went back to the Vikings. Everybody laughs at the Jets again. The end. How silly of me, I forgot about the bigger prize for New York. Le'Veon Bell. After a year of holding out and gambling on a fertile market for his services, the payout has been disappointing. Not only did he get less money per year than Pittsburgh offered him, he also got less term, only 2 years of guaranteed salary, and significantly higher taxes. I know everyone is trying to claim it as a victory for him because of guaranteed money, but the holdout ended up backfiring. Yes, Pittsburgh's offer was a rolling guarantee, but he would have been on the roster for at least 2 years, even with a major injury. You also have to consider the $14.5 million he left when he didn't accept the franchise tender with this move. He had to get at least $45 to $50 million guaranteed at minimum for the move to have paid off. Bluntly, Le'Veon lost tens of millions of dollars. I doubt he cares, but he's probably more focused on his rap career. Good luck behind a weaker offensive line than in Pittsburgh. Baltimore, it's a new age for you. Joe Flacco is gone. It's the Lamar Jackson show now. Hell, he's driving at blazing speed to make sure it's his domain. To help him develop as a pocket passer, you sign a power back who just turned 30 in Mark Ingram. Doubling down on the rushing attack, eh? Well, at least your defense is still one of the best in the everybody's gone. At least most of your impact talent. Well, they need to scramble for a new face on defense. Earl Thomas! Old member of the Legion of Boom, $32 million guaranteed, going to be 30 years old, coming off of a broken leg. It's perfect. How do you feel about the Seahawks now, Earl? He'll fit in just fine. I wish I could make the same mocking jabs about Cleveland, but they've chosen to be bold. They're going up to the high-stakes table. Go big or go home for them. Look at all of the talent they brought in this offseason. Pro Bowl running back and backup kicker Kareem Hunt in his redemption tour, right after his 8-game suspension. Next, to bolster the defensive line, splurge on a dynamic edge rusher in Olivier Vernon and a skilled yet enigmatic Sheldon Richardson. Next, it's time to go all in on this new era. A big-game wide receiver that can change the course of this franchise for years to come. Odell Beckham Jr. There may be questions about his character and he wants a new contract now, but by God, the salivating catches. And all at a buy low rate. Browns fans, these feelings you're experiencing, we call them optimism and excitement. They're quite common for real teams to enjoy. Even then, I'm not going to crown you guys Super Bowl champions like you're already doing. This team is the epitome of boom or bust. There are a lot of alpha male personalities in that locker room. This could bring the Browns to new heights, yes, but it has an equal chance of turning into one of the most spectacular river fires the NFL has ever seen. One spark can set that whole thing ablaze. I'm interested to see how they are going moving forward, but I'm exercising caution here. Hey Cincinnati, your basement friends are doing shit. You're gonna do anything in return? You're just going to shit your pants and bring back one of the worst tackles in football? It's okay, boys. You can try to better your team whenever you feel like it. At least you cut Vontaze Burfict 3 years too late. No, I don't think I'm missing a team in the AFC North. I'll just accept the cheap imitations they're replacing their key guys with. Indianapolis is another team that has a ridiculous amount of cap space to burn this offseason. They're coming off a surprise playoff run and have a chance to make themselves known for years to come with their young talent. What is behind the curtain? Next to nothing. Only receiving depth in Devin Funchess. I know you want to be cautious with your money, but is this really the right move? I mean, the Titans did things. They got an injured backup QB to go with their injured starter. The Texans flipped their secondary again. The only reason I can think of is they're trying to save money to pay their youth in the future. It honestly makes a good deal of sense for the Colts. Today on Saxonville Abbey, the great purge of all unclean heretics has begun. Malik the Seer, Tishon of the Royal Guard, and Lord Hyde are proven unworthy of the cause and exiled. After months of the inevitable, a great festival has begun for the peasantry. The public execution of the former Lord Bottles. As the executioner's axe brings about joy, his replacement is blessed with his blood. A champion from the Philadelphia house, Saint Nicholas the Great Foes, whom is known throughout the kingdom for his God-given attributes. Given a handsome sum, he will hopefully lead the abbey back to the promised land. Now on to Jerusalem and on to victory. Perhaps the ruffians will stop talking so much shit this year. As John Elway is probably indulging himself in a bag of oats, he has come to an epiphany. He needs to return to the glories of the tall quarterback. Case Keenum has been relentless mediocrity. His defense isn't getting any younger. The solution is clear. They need someone who personifies the word elite. That man is Joe Flacco. Do you like checkdowns, Denver? Because you're going to be getting a hell of a lot more of that than you did with Keenum. Perhaps Jawan James can give him an extra second in the pocket. Maybe Kareem Jackson and Bryce Callahan too. How? I don't know. Kansas City, what can I really say about your team besides being puzzled about how you're doing things? They're desperately trying to patch up their greatest weakness in the secondary. Names like the Honey Badger are brought in to fix it. And it's all at the cost of their pass rush. Longtime stalwarts of the team are told to fuck off and never return. Justin Houston, Eric Berry, thanks but you're too goddamn injured. Dee Ford? He's a traitor who can go jump off sides in San Francisco. You may be spending more time whining about the overtime rules instead of looking at yourselves, but at least you have that high-end talent on offense to keep you company. Shit like this is vintage Chiefs. Have something good and then it crumbles in front of you. Look yonder, Chargers, and see your veteran Thomas Davis to aid the linebacking core. It comes with a free eternal backup Tyrod Taylor. In a sharp turn from their ordinary objectives, the Oakland Raiders have put away the tanks and are splurging to attempt to gain viability for their move to Vegas. Right into free agency, they threw money at a blindside tackle from the Patriots in Trent Brown. They brought in safety help from LA and LaMarcus Joyner and a wideout from that other LA team in Tyrell Williams. Even then, they have a new face to bring into the fold. A man who can change the outcome of a game with one catch. His name is Antonio Brown. Sure, he may be a colossal headcase who whined his way out of Pittsburgh, but for a price that cheap, who can say no? All they had to do was give him a new contract as well. Everything is going to be just fine in Raider Nation. Cleaned up and fashionably late to his press conference, Antonio preaches about holding players accountable and setting a standard. So says the man that abandoned his previous team before a crucial game in their season. Have fun, Oakland. Hopefully his talent outweighs the ego over there. Notice how I only did the AFC so far. Yeah, a lot happened. Just wait until I get to the other conference. Yeesh. Hold on, Raiders. You signed Von Tez? On the same team as Antonio Brown. It's almost as if you want to be on Hard Knocks this summer or something.